Sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for two. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Warren. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. You look at this Raiders defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They held them to just 13 points in the game. And truthfully, you can't expect them to play much better than that. That's excellent defense.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Here's Herbert. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. A fourth down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. This is fielded at the 7. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here comes third down and 7. Back to throw. Pickett. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. A handoff for Warren. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On the give, it's Warren. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Herbert now. Throw left side complete. That's Hardy. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a run with Warren. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's Herbert. To the left side, he's got McConkey. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Herbert. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Under pressure, they got him again.
Janaris Robinson.
That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And they're on the board now. It's 15-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he's got this down to the 35. Herbert on first down now.
Got his man, it's Warren.
A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30.
Now 2nd and 3.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Warren.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because...
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, L.A.
Deontay Hardy.
36 yards.
And the Chargers have got it back to within a score.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it.
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the third time in this game. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
That pass is caught by Hardy.
It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Oh, look at the juke. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
23 yards on the play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
Touchdown! Amari Cooper, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it, because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
So out come the Chargers.
And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season? with the things going the way they have earlier this year.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Raiders now to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. So from 135 all the way over to the other. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Pickett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Throwing again, Pickett. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It's hauled in by Hardy. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Warren. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The Chargers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Pickett. That's to Bowers once again. And out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Pickett right back to the air again. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders continue to pull away here in this 1st half. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darian Butler. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that...
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Herbert setting up to throw on first down.
He goes once again right back to Hardy.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
2nd and 5.
Herbert throwing again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And the Raiders have got him. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Here's Pickett.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now Pickett. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Pickett back to throw.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Raiders have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Pickett will try to throw for this.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete to Otten.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw. Herbert got his man complete over the middle. It's Hardy. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Baylor Tiger. 46. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Mike, 46. Mike.
3rd and 2, Herbert.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On the run, it's Warren. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
Back to throw.
Herbert. This one taken in by Otten.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Looking to throw.
Herbert. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
That's completed right side to Palmer.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line.
To the air again, Herbert. That's again complete to Palmer.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Warren.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Starting to rack up the yardage here in this 1st half. 5 catches now and a 1st down. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Raiders have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Right now, they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Hardy. And they'll get to him right away at the 40. 11 yards for number 11. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He finds his man complete. That's Warren. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Warren. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Again, Herbert. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He finds his man complete. That's Warren. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. So don't say nothing.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He finds his man complete. It's Hardy. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Herbert now. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Herbert back to the air. His pass caught at the 4.
Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short, and with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. On the return, Trey Tucker. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Now a 2nd and 10.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. Here's Pickett. Touchdown Raiders. Brock Bowers from 13 yards out. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in the end zone and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 83 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders use the short field to get in for 6. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Let's go, D.
Now it's Herbert. Got his man, it's Warren. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
In motion is Hardy. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
58's the mic.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Open man right side, that's McConkey.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
They run the play fake, here's Pickett.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Play action. It's Herbert. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
What's the deal, y'all?
So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack, but the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
Up the middle they go. Warren. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten.
And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
In motion is Hardy. He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to...
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Here's Herbert.
That one complete to McConkey.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Now Herbert going to change the look.
On first down, it's Warren. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
58, boys, 58.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And how about this, a fake? Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team.
And my goodness, another interception. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And the Raiders have got him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's J.K. Scott now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So out come the Raiders. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Back to throw. Pickett.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
42 yards.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. He's got his target. That's complete.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties, and then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take